Today we're going to do daily bias for the week. Yeah. Daily bias for the week.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another trading video. Today is going to be going over setting up. I'm not really teaching much. It's just going to be like setting up my daily bias for the week, or like my weekly bias, I guess. So going off of the daily time frame, we're going to mark out some key points that we might find interesting. So previously we've had, this is the Nasdaq, so we don't have any longs, or we don't have any like buy side liquidity to go off of. This is the only recent highest point that Nasdaq has made, I think, probably ever. This is like the highest point Nasdaq has. Ooh, did it? This is the highest point. Yeah, this is the highest point Nasdaq has ever gotten to in its life. So I don't know. Anyways, so we're gonna mark out the buy side, and let's mark out sell side just cause, you know what I'm saying? Just cause, why not? Okay, and then we're gonna mark out. So here we had a failure to create a higher high. I'm just gonna mark out my fair value gap on the daily. So let's drop down to the 1 hour, or I like to check the 4 hours mostly. We're gonna drop down to the 4 hours, and we'll see here that we are on a downtrend now. And price didn't hit into this fair value gap yet, so it's been untapped. Any significant moves though? It's in a bullish fair value gap currently. Okay. Currently it's in this bullish fair value gap. But if we close below this, it's going to, then we're gonna go for more shorts, because that means this is gonna turn into an inverse fair value gap. And because of that, we're going to have this fair value gap most likely get respected, but if not, then obviously we can use this inverse fair value gap as leverage to continue going down. So where are we now? We're currently bearish, okay? We're currently bearish. The overall chart is bullish, but we're currently bearish on the daily because we've had a market structure shift to the downside. And if you guys are wondering where, it's over here. Okay, so this has already shifted the market. Sure, the candle didn't close, but for now, that's where we are. That's where we stand. By all means, it could probably wick up and start going up, which is totally fine. So in the meantime, this wouldn't be respected without this still being broken. So as long as this is broken, this is respected. But if this isn't broken, then this isn't respected, okay? So we have, let's go down to the hourly. Let's see what other zones we have. We could have order blocks. We could have, yeah, there we go. So we have an order block up top here. Let's mark out this order block right up here. We have this 1 hour order block that happened over here. So price can obviously get back up and get in and fill our order block, but that's I guess it's unlikely, only because, well, it's unlikely for now. It could happen like next week. So I guess this is a key point to remember. Again, this is like a swing trading type of style that I'm marking out. This is a long-term thing. We can come back next week and see if it did tap in. This is all hypothetical anyways. But for now, this is an order block. We can see this liquidity point like down here get, like, it got taken out already, so we're making more bearish movements. We're making lower lows and lower highs consistently, right? We're not actually, there hasn't been any choppiness aside from this zone. Like, aside from this zone, there hasn't been much choppiness. So we're moving down pretty smooth, and these are all in the PMs anyways, which is like after prime time trading session. And yeah, price continues making lower lows and lower highs. So we'll see, we'll monitor price. We're obviously in the long run always bullish on the Nasdaq regardless of where it's going. Obviously going on the weekly and monthly, we're still bullish, right? And if we want, we can even mark out this as a fair value gap, but there's no point because the the multiple candles before it are also fair value gaps, so you can't really go based off of that. And as like, I guess we already had a tap of a fair value gap here, which kind of respected it and continued going upwards. But I never really go on the weekly. I just go on the daily and mark stuff out. And yeah, so what I'd like doing is after going down to the 1 hour, I would take my trades on the 15-minute or 30-minute, or even sometimes a 5-minute. Okay, so these three, or at least these two key points, are ones we really want to look for. This already shows that price already swept, so I'm going to delete this line. Oh, sorry, not this line. The line up here. Where did okay. The line up here, delete this one. Yeah, there we go. And that's where we stand currently. We're on a downtrend. That's our daily bias. We already closed below this fair value gap. So we closed low on a 15-minute. We already closed below this. That indicates that, okay, price is strongly going to close on the higher time frame, or most likely going to close on the higher time frames, because if the lower time frames close below, then the other time frames have to follow eventually. So that's how it works. We already closed with 2 candles. We closed twice below it, and then we actually had a retracement into it, into this fair value gap. So it became an inverse, obviously. It's no longer a bullish fair value gap, as long as I know. So where would we want to mark out this entry point? We'd probably want to mark it out just below where previous price was, I guess. So if you go on the 15-minute, this is a 1 to 1.6. You guys can make it a 1.2, a 1 to 2. I mean, if you guys want, and this is still a really significant move because again, you're on the 15-minute, so this move is pretty huge. As you zoom in, obviously it gets bigger and bigger. So this is a pretty good trade to take if I were to trade now, but again, I really want to see different confluences get hit first. So I'm going to come back tomorrow and most likely make a video, like an update on this, and see where price went, and then actually trade based off of the react. I'm going to react off the market basically and take a trade. So for now, we're pretty neutral, but that's our daily bias, or at least weekly bias for today's video. It's just a quick little summary in it, and yeah, that's pretty much it.